How's it? Today's April 7th. It's Tuesday, and today was an interesting day. As you can see, I had a banded back squat set up here. This took forever to set up, and I actually didn't do a single set of my actual working sets. I know it doesn't say there on the note, but it was supposed to be 5 sets of 10. The goal today was to get the first day in of banded back squats for high reps. Intensity would be about 50% of my goal squat because the intensity is so low that it didn't really matter what my actual percentage weight was based off of. So if I chose 400, 50% would be around 200. And then I would just try to add 5% each week. So 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. And after I get to 70, that should be about 280. Exactly 280 for 5 sets of 10. That's plus the bands is an insane amount of work. So that would basically improve my baseline a ton. So that when I move back to regular weightlifting stuff, the kind of built up workload that I get from this would translate a lot better. So it would be easier. However, I was struggling a ton with this hip issue. It feels like it's kind of in my adductors, the medial side of my femur and my adductors towards my hips. So um, I'm not very happy at all with how this is going. Yeah, so I basically get to 195, and then I couldn't do a single set of 10. I was gonna go for 200, so 195 would have been just a warm-up weight, but getting to depth with my hip is very painful. You can see here I am struggling. I'm not entirely sure if it's because the bands are not quite even. Like the black band is a little bit heavier than the orange band, so maybe in the future, if I want to examine this further, I can choose better bands. But for today, it was not going well. So I had to give up, and then basically I tried to take the bands off and then lower the weight a little bit, and then just try to do one set of 10. But you'll see when I get around to it. I felt so much pain that I couldn't really do a single set of 5 at 185, a single set of banded squats. So I was very, 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 very frustrated. So I just called it quits, and then I moved into doing the pull-ups. Pull-ups are quite easy. Here's my last set of the bands. You can hear that I'm struggling there. I was about to do another rep, but I was like, no, it doesn't feel good. So here's my set of 1, so my single at 185. Yeah, it felt terrible. So another one not going into the reps there. So did 5 sets of 10 here for pull-ups. And then after that, we did 10 sets of 5 for chin-ups, which are like supinated grip, closer to my clean width. These are a lot easier. And then I ran into a circuit, which was like front rack lunges, good mornings, and elevated single leg hip bridges. So these are total reps of 20 on each exercise. With my right foot back on these lunges, it feels terrible in my hip. I don't know really why. I mean, I'm assuming it's the same issue as why I can't squat to depth with it. So hopefully in the future, I can get it looked at and get some things figured out. In the meantime, Steve was saying that I should start rolling out my adductors and kind of my sartorius to kind of loosen up my hip and then everything in my quad area so that I can give myself the best chance of actually executing at full mobility. As far as I can tell, the rolling with the dowel is very sore. I am not entirely sure if being sore is a good thing, but after rolling it out, it feels better. It's, it's not, it doesn't make it worse, you know what I mean? And then here's my single leg hip bridges. So I know these aren't very strict. I tried to keep my foot that's on the block as flat as I could, but as you can tell, it just doesn't work like that. So I just put my heel up, and then I kind of just put my heel up on this one too. There we go. These circuits, I think they're helping a lot with my overall workload, which is the kind of whole goal. So yeah, that will be it for today.